What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Suburban Nerd. This is a channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. Also give reviews on TV shows. And today's TV show, as you know it, it's in the title. It's called Titans. Episode 6, titled Jason Todd, which is that man right there. So I'm gonna just give you a quick recap of what happened in the last episode. Pretty much, Robin went to find out, or Dick Grayson went to find out what the powers were of, Raven, Starfire, and all of them, trying to see, or Beast Boy, trying to see what they have to play with in case of the nuclear family coming after him, because they already know that it's going to happen. So they find out, Beast Boy shows he has to be Nick, whatever, and then you got the nuclear family. They actually get a new father, and the father and them, they go and try and find out, because Dick Grayson has just turned in the Porsche for a minivan. Yes, that's right, a Porsche for a minivan, because it was uncomfortable, I guess, for them. And they find them, and of course the nuclear family, they go cray-cray, they do their thing, but Robin takes him out at the end because he finally shows what he has to bring to the table, because when they were training before, he was the only one that didn't show his powers. So he does that. He goes to go back to where they actually came from, with the guy that's in charge, Adamson, I believe that's what his name is. He goes to where the hotel, where the old lady that offers the butterscotch. He goes, finds the guy. He asks, like, yo, what do you want? The guy's like, yo, I'll make you some breakfast. He's like, I don't want your breakfast. And he was like, I don't have to tell you. I'm not going to kill you, because they're going to send people to kill both of us. Why? Because you found me. And since you found me, I'm a liability. So guys roll up. They try and shoot them, kill them, whatever. But then another Robin shows up and saves Dick Grayson's ass. And he was like, yo, what's up, bro? Meanwhile, I'll tell you right now, also in that episode, that's what happened. What's it called? Starfire and Robin, they bump uglies. They finally do it. And I didn't think they would, do it so early. Maybe like later, maybe next season. I didn't think they were going to do it. But hey, this is an adult show. They're adults. Robin's got to be like in his late 20s now. I don't know how old Starfire is, but hey, they're adults. So they're going to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Going into this episode, alright, we find out more about Dick Grayson's past. We found out about what happened with the funeral where his parents died. All the circus people, they come and show their respects. And that leads into what's going to happen now. Then they jump forward back in time, because this was like 15 years earlier. They jump back in time, and they show, Dick Grayson and the new Jason Todd Robin dragging the body of Adamson into the station wagon that he rolled up in. And yo, I'll tell you right now, Jason Todd's like so be like, yo, I've been waiting to meet you. I'm so psyched. Yo, can't believe it. Yo, it's so awesome. Yo, the old Robin meeting the new Robin. It's so cool. And then, yo, I'm just funny because, yo, he's just so hyped because he's saying he's his role model. He actually does a skip right on when he was going to go get his bag. And they go to another safe house. They go to one of Batman's safe houses. And while they're doing that, that's when they realize, like, oh, you got Jason Todd's talking about the Batsuit. He was like, yo, the old Batsuit was kind of low tech, like, yo, the new Batsuits, that's what's up. It's not even Kevlar. It's like 6 times stronger than Kevlar. I could stand in front of a flamethrower like 8 feet away and be like, that's all you got, bruh? he's just bragging. And then they go to the safe house, and then I'm saying Robin because this is Robin whatever in the show, but Dick Grayson goes up to the eye thing to scan. He was like, access denied. He was like, oh. Jason Todd's like, I guess they changed the locks, bruh. And access granted. And they go up there, and then they're holding a bag, and both their bags look the same. And they go up to the hotel, and he was like, yo, how'd you find me anyways? I was like, oh, there's a chip. What do you mean a chip? Yeah, there's a chip in my arm, just like there's a chip in your arm. And he was like, what? So then, Dick Grayson's feeling some type of way about it, like, invaded, like, privacy invaded. But hey, if he didn't have that chip in, the dude would probably be dead, because this Jason just saved him. So I'm like, I don't know, it's like, I understand you feel a certain way, but like, it did help you in the end. But anyways, they'll get up to the room. And that's when, Dick Grayson calls the crew and tells them to, yo, show up to this address, we're good. Meanwhile, he's like, alright, you can go. We don't need you, Jason Todd. He was like, I can't go. I came here for a reason. look at these files. The guy's looking at him. He's like, yo, I know these people. Like, yeah, you know these people? It's from the circus. So apparently all these circus people, this family, whatever, they're getting killed. And they're getting thrown some acid on their face. And they don't know. And he was like, yo, why don't you go to the police? He was like, and then Jason Todd's like, yo, fuck the police. He was like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, yo, police ain't no good for nothing. He was like, what are you saying that? He was like, there's two types of policemen. Useless and dirty. He was like, how you figure that? He was like, yo, like you think they hit a roadblock and then they came to me and Batman. And that's what we're doing. We're taking care of this. That's why I came to you. Because once Batman realized that who they were, he figured to go to you because this guy's calling you out. So he's like, yo, he's basically trying to tell this new Robin, like, yo, it ain't as good as it. He's like, yo, of course it's as good as, like, yo, we're living a life. We're living a dream, man. Like, before that, I was out on the street. I wasn't doing nothing. Now we got all these cars. Got, like, you know what I'm saying? I got everything I want. I get to kick bad guys' asses. It's all good. And he was like, well, like, it'll change you. He keeps talking that business is going to change you. Meanwhile, the crew gets over there, and he's like, yo, who are them? And then they're like, who is this? And he was like, yo, why is there two Robin suitcases? He's like, are you a Robin? He's like, yeah, I'm Robin. He's like, wait, there's two Robins? Everyone's confused. Starfire's like, sit. Raven and Beast Boy sit down. He was like, bathroom, because that's where they have Adamson tied up in. They go and they're talking. And she's talking like, you know, she's been like a therapist sort of to him. Because during this whole season, she's been asking him questions like, what do you feel? What do you think? And she's like, oh, so there's a new Robin. I guess you're happy. He's like, yeah. And he was like, well, unless you want to be Robin, in case. And he was like, well, I'm just trying to get used to the idea of being replaced. He was like, finally an honest answer, which is true, because he definitely holds back on some things, and he doesn't, I swear to God, I hate these people that be riding on these motorcycles. Anyways, so then he tells, you know, comes in, he's like, yo, we're gonna get me and the other Robin are gonna go to check out my dude because he seems to be the only one that's alive. And this this is strong man that you see in the beginning of the episode, Clay. So then they go over to find Clay and leave, you know, the Titans, whatever, with the dude. And this is where you see, like, Jason Todd, he's a bit rash. He's definitely a bit more rash. And I'm glad because he's living up to the way he was portrayed in the actual comic books. And because in the comic books, when Jason Todd came, he was one of those rash people. He enjoyed beating the crap out of people. He enjoyed getting into the fights. So that's why when it came time to, like, you know, thing, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. So they go to the bar because that's where this dude bounces, because he's a big dude, so he's a bouncer, which makes sense. A lot of big people I know, that's just the thing you do. You become a bouncer. And they went into the place. Of course, Jason Todd couldn't get in there because he's too damn young. And so they let in Dick Grayson because he showed his police card or whatever looking for Clay, and they let him in. And he finds Clay. Clay's happy to see him. Oh, well, it's been so long. They catch up. Oh, I should have caught up with you. He was like, this goes the same way for me. I should have caught up with you. Then all of a sudden, you know, meanwhile, you got Jason Todd sneaks around to the back. When someone comes outside, he sneaks inside. And you would think he would stay low-key. Nah, he ain't staying no low-key. Why? Because this dude gets into a bar fight. Literally, like, he takes some guy's drink. And then he was like, and then the girl looks at him like, excuse me. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll buy you another one. And then she was like, that wasn't mine. And the guy was like, yo, what are you trying to do? And he was like, what are you trying to do? Come at me, bruh. And he pushes a guy. Literally, Jason Todd's trying to get into a fight. You're underage. You're not supposed to be in there. Yo, keep low key. You ever heard of low key? No, apparently not. So anyways, they go into a fight. Dick Grayson sees it, tries to go over and stop him. All of a sudden, there's an explosion. And they run outside, get the people outside. That's when he gets a call. Apparently, this guy, Clay's been abducted. Which I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, how do you... Clay's a big dude. And the person that took him, like, yo, unless you have a crew of people, like someone... Like, how are you grabbing... How are you taking a guy against his will? Unless you have a gun to him or something like that? That might be the only way. Is if you had a gun, he'd be like, yo, come with me. And then I guess he could just walk and then, you know, knock him out in damn time. So I'm thinking... I'm just talking about it now. I'm like, okay, I can see how you probably got him out of there. Got the drop on him, pulled out the gun. The guy was like, nope, and then just walked away, you know. And so he tells Dick Grayson, because he figured it out, to go over to the place, because he knows who Robin is. So they go, and they're talking about what happened, because apparently what happened was when his father, this is Nick Zuko, his father, Tony Zuko, or whatever his name was, he was a hitman for the Cafoni family. I can't even remember what the name. It's all like Italian. But anyways, the family, and he was a hitman, and he used to take out people, and that's why he took out Dick Grayson's family, because they weren't paying protection money. So then he goes to after finally being caught, they're gonna play a deal because he knows where all the bodies are. He knows basically all these connections, and that puts a hit out on him because the other family don't want him talking. So Robin goes, because he's like, I can't let this happen. He jumps on top of the transporting truck or whatever, knocks out the people, takes them out and beats the shit out of Tony Zuko or whatever his name is. And then by him doing that, then that's when the mafia people, they find him, and he was like, you can't leave me like this, help me. And then that's when Robin's like, no. And I'm talking about the Dick Grayson Robin. And then he gets shot up, he's dead, and then Nick explains that after he's dead, the deal was off, and they no longer needed protection. So then the mafia took out his mom, his family, his uncle, his wife, and then they tried to burn him too, but he escaped. So that's why he's exacting revenge, and that's why he's killing off the Dick Grayson's family, because he lost his family, which makes me feel a little bit more sympathy, because this face is all jacked up, yo. The melting man is what they call him in this episode. And this is, it definitely made you understand why he would definitely be pissed off. Once you lose your family and have your face, hell yeah, I'd be pissed at you too, Dick Grayson. So he's about to melt or put the acid on Clay because he's got him tied up. Then that's when Jason Todd shows up, knocks him down, and then they go to the fight, get into a tussle. He gets shot with, Jason Todd gets shot with this bullet, this acid bullet or something like that, and it doesn't do much, but he knocks him down. Then the melting man stands over him, about to shoot him. That's when Dick Grayson comes in, knocks the hell out of him, bam, everyone gets saved, and then I think that's where it's going to end. Hell no. Jason Todd's like, oh, the police, I'll take care of him. And I didn't know what he meant, take care of him, like, I don't know, like maybe a knockout cast. No, the dude went off, and this is why he got voted off in the comic books to die. There was a telephone number to call if you want him to live, you want him to die. It's because this dude is rash as hell. He goes in, I'm like, okay, what is he going to do? He runs in, knees the shit out of a guy, goes and flips, shoots, takes the other guy's gun and shoots like three people, flips over, breaks this guy, pulls this guy, breaks his back, then punches him in the head. Dick Grayson had to roll him, like, what are you doing, bro? And I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. It's crazy. So and then after he does this, he's like, yo, what's going on with you? He was like, yo, I'm just doing what I want to do. He was like, yo, Batman would not agree to beating up these policemen. You work with Batman. He was like, oh, Batman ain't here. I do what I want, bro. Who the fuck are you? You keep talking about you don't want to be Robin, but yet you're standing here with the Robin outfit, with the Robin bag. Like, at least I know who I am. Who are you? Walks away, and I'm like, damn, son, he really called him out. Really called him out, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I admit. Yeet. So then when he called in Starfire, he was like, oh, I'm coming. So she's like, how many Robins should I expect? He was like, none. Because I think this is where he's going to actually turn into Nightwing, which would definitely make sense. Because Nightwing was, the Titans. Like, he was Robin, but then became Nightwing. So I'm definitely planning on seeing, I don't know about a suit like this, but I don't know where he would get the tech. Probably going to talk to Alfred. Alfred's going to make some moves or whatever, do something. That's why I kind of wore this kind of thing, reminiscent of a Robin Alfred or whatever, So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this. In the next episode, it looks like the Titan's going to get captured by the people that they were trying to keep Raven away from. They're going to be doing experiments and all types of mess on them. I can't wait. All I know is this episode was pretty good. It was okay. It was definitely fun seeing the contrast between Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, and how, like, it was definitely awkward, like, yo, being replaced like a new boyfriend or some of the new son. And, yeah, it was fun. I definitely had some chuckles here and there. Episode was pretty good until the end where it just got crazy and Jason Todd just showed, like, yo, why the dude was unstable, why he got voted to die, and became actually the Red Hood. So that's pretty much it. If you guys like this review, just remember to put on those notifications, like this video, remember to subscribe, and check out my last review of the show, and check out my playlist of the TV show reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant, you've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next review.